Mrs. Josephine Onukwuli was born on December 15, 1942 by Chief and Mrs. Iloduba Enyobi, Chief Ezenna Enwuru in Umuafa, Ezumeri, Oraifite, Anambra State. She was born into a big family of 4 wives, where every wife was left to fend for her children with little support from the husband. Her mom, being the 3rd wife, had 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls. Mama was the 2nd child of her mother. She grew up amidst numerous step-brothers and sisters, where love and care trended to the utmost level. And there, she learned the spirit of love, accommodation, and brotherhood. Her struggle started from childhood by living with a mother who was a farmer, a petty trader, and a mother who does not condone laziness. She had to support her mother in her business, domestic chores, and farm work while going to school. Her parents, being pagan, tried all they could to stop her from going to school or following the Christian religion, but Mama stood her ground. This made her leave her mom and start living with her, Levi Enyobi, a catechist in the Anglican Communion. She managed to finish her primary education in 1960 with the Standard 6 certificate back then. She had a dream of being a teacher or a nurse, but for the lack of finance and family support, these dreams were cut short. She got married at the tender age of 19 in 1960 to late Mr. James Onukwuli, a civil servant with the Nigerian Ports Authority (NPA). Her marriage with late Mr. James Onukwuli, aka Possible Jama, was a perfect marriage that was envied by all, as it was filled with all the blessings of a good marriage. Mama's marriage was filled with love, passion, fun, Christian doctrine, business challenges and favors, divine connections, and blessings. She was blessed with 8 children who are all authorities in their various professions and are all doing well. When Papa died in 2010, Mama swore that in her next world she will be married to Possible Jama again. Mama has always been a pathfinder, a trailblazer, a pace setter, and a business pioneer amongst her peers. She had a business at different times in the following areas in Lagos: Apapa Wharf, Ojo Road Ajegunle, Ojo Alaba, Idumota, Alaba Suru, Aswani, and Festac Market. She did a lot of businesses to support her family, ranging from cake and confectionery business to fashion and tailoring, restaurant and bar, and finally, she retired as a businesswoman in the clothing and jewelry business in 2007. There are lots of women whom she trained and established in some of these businesses.
So ni be nwere si na mama nwere ike izunite mama m we bụrụ ihe ọgwụ we zunitekwa m n'ime kwa leba kwa anya n'ọlụ ahụ ọ mụbara mama m mgbe gara aga na ochie we bụrụ ọlụ ahụ ebidokwa we mụọ ka esi agba akwa.
Her political life is worthy of emulation. She was born a leader, a teacher, a philosopher, a peacemaker, a philanthropist, and a no-nonsense mother.
So she's a woman that she likes organization. She organized her things very well. And when she was around, things was actually moving the way it ought to move until when she falls sick. May her soul rest in perfect peace. And like I said, when she was leading or when she was part of the matron in the meeting, there's always laws, rules. People listen to instruction. But now the young wife is so difficult for them to listen to instruction. Even when you are trying to correct, to make them see what they ought to do, you will discover that they will not want to listen. But then you must listen. If you don't listen, you must listen and obey what Mama is saying. But now, when you talk, the generation of them, when we are in, they don't talk and you argue. Even if you must argue, you wait at the end, you go to them. But now it's no longer that.
Oraifite Improvement Union, both Lagos and home headquarters, can never forget the role that Mama played in the women's angle of the union in ensuring a better and true development in OIU.
In fact, the legacy she dropped was well, and I believe that our mates, the URAFI women, will never, even in oraifite level, she was a great woman.
She was among the 7 pioneer members of the OIU Lagos Women Meeting who formed the union in 1973. During the OIU Lagos crisis in the 80s, she was a member of the peacemaking committee who forestalled peace, unity, and love back into OIU Lagos. Mama was a mother who loved her people, her town, and her neighbors like herself.
Mama is a woman that brings people together. Let them just know the legacy that she has drawn.
For these reasons, she was among the few women who gathered all Irefi women in Lagos immediately after the war to form the Uzuko Irefi Women Angle, a family village meeting meant to educate, empower, and unify all Irefi women to support their husbands and build a happy home and Irefi development. She chaired this union for 8 years. Some of our architectural roadmaps for these unions are what the union used for leadership navigation.
Mama na-enye ndụmọdụ, mama na-adụ mmadụ ọdụ, na-eme ka ụmụazị ụmụ nwaanyị ndị ha nụkwara ọfụ ka ha na diva na-nọrọ n'udo. Mama bụ ebe nọ wee mara mama. O nwere esomokwu dịrị mgbe gbapụ mama nye m ndụmọdụ na ndụmọdụ ahụ bịa ebe niile jụọ oyi.
Mama, nne m ukwu ka ọ bụ, bụrụkwa nwunye di. Mana mụ na ya na-eshi ka ya sị n'ofu na-eji mụ na ya. O nwere ife ọrụ emere ndụmọdụ ezinụlọ ma etu esi azụ ụmụazị. Mgbe esi eme ife ụfọdụ, onye ada emetụ ife aka ka pọpọ na-apụta, ọ sị ayọba akamụ. Ịgote akamụ ka ịyọ, ihe ada eji etinye ewu n'onye na iwere ihe mejuo ihe. Ihe ada eche ka nwoke wetacha ego niile dị anya. O nwere oge ife karịa ezinụlọ bụrụ ejekwube ruo ebumnobi mbụ na ọrụori osom jebe n'ezinụlọ jee onye di m ọgwa ya okwu mana ejeruzie m gwaba mama gwacha mama mụba mamụ ntị na nkwụ n'ụwa ezife ndị m ukwu a na-eme eme so ọmụma mamụcha nye m nkasi obi si m ekwutekwu na-ekwu na-emekwu na ka onye ọzọ nụ etu mụ na di m si ebi n'ezinụlọ nyebe nkasi obi nyeja sisi ogologo oge ahụ ejikwa ya mmalụ etu esi ebi etu esi ahazi ezinụlọ.
As a Christian, Mama lived to the best of our knowledge as a true one. Apart from being a member of the Anglican Christian Mothers Union and the Anglican Women Guild in Anglican Church, Mama's life is worthy of emulation. She had no room for preferential treatment. She made her little flat in Festac a home for all. This house accommodated hundreds of family members, oraifite people, and friends. Mundane affairs and material things were never her passion. She once personally rejected a title due to her by the Anglican Communion. Reason? That she was not ripe enough for such a position. This is a position that many women in the Anglican fold would want to lobby or pay money to have, but she turned it down.
Where mata mama oda ka nne na nna si wee kọwalụ nne na nna m kọwalụ m na mgbe a nụtara mama m na ọrịa agbagote obodo Lagos so mama wee bụrụ onye papa m kpọrọ mama m wee nye n'aka because no like na ọpụrụ etu omume esi wee dị n'ọbụ ezi nwanyị and ọ na-akọwa na-enedo ndị bịara ije dị ọfụ enwebeghị ha ma ọ na-eneta ha anya na-akọwara fa ka esi ebi ezinụlọ di na nwunye were ebi n'udo papa mwe poli awe yefe na tawesi aka anya ele etu anya nwa na ejo olu oyibo.
After she retired from active business, Mama traveled to Sweden to stay for a while and enjoy her retirement years. But her stay was cut short following the illness of her husband. She returned to Nigeria to look after her husband, who later died in 2010. In 2015, Mama went back to Sweden, where she stayed for a while before she fell ill and personally demanded to be brought back home. Her wish was granted. She was brought back to Nigeria, where she was looked after and cared for by her children, grandchildren, friends, and well-wishers till her death. She died peacefully on the 16th December 2021, a day after her 79th birthday. One could have said that it was unfortunate that she could not stay to witness the birthday party being packaged for her by her children, as she died 3 days before. But knowing Mama, she deliberately decided to exit at her best time. Mama died in a peaceful manner. Mama, may your gentle soul continue to rest in peace. Amen.
Thank God for her life. I thank God even for the meeting, because when I newly entered the meeting, she was one of the women I was looking up to. So when I heard of her death, in fact, I said, well, to God be all the glory. She has done her, she did very well in BRAFI and oraifite OIU level.
Seriously, I'm praying and I'm believing God that God will help the children, especially the wives, so that they will emulate her character. Mama does not like division. Mama loves people. She does not criticize. She does not take sides. I pray her children and her wives will learn from that and behave like her.
Onya na-ekwu maka eketa anụ nwanne m nwaanyị bụrụ ezigbote onye mụ na ya dị na mma na-efu nwanne karịchasịa duto omume ya anụkwa nwapalụzie na alụ azụ nwanne m na-emelụ m ike mụ ma onye nwekwara ike a na-emeri mgbe ahụ di m nọ ndụ di m fụchasịara ya n'anya mgbe ọbụla ya na ya na-akpọ ọnwụ bifo wee kwabakwa akwa kacha wee bịa ọrụ isi nne mana nne ya o sibekwara ya ọ na-akarị ọfụma o sibe nne ya ozụja ọ na-ekwu isi na-ekwu isi ndị mmadụ na-ekwu ndị mmadụ se sista nne ọ na-eke ekwu ndị mmadụ onye leta tukwu ego ọ sị sista mbido ọkụ nyere ya efe na nke ejidere iwu ya nwere enwe na ọ karịa mma.